Is from two cases. So with Paul on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Wembanyama is the center with Sochan next to him. Insanity is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Taylor in at the small forward. And for Chicago, get out there with Lee. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's White. And it's Vucevic in at the center. We're looking over these teams, Smitty. Very strong play from their front courts. What do you think about this matchup?
It's going to be a great one. Each of these teams are so solid up front. It's strength versus strength.
Now here's Giddey. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Lee against Taylor. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Insanity. Giddey defending. And he makes that one.
You know, I have to say, that's about as smooth as you can do it. Fantastic turnaround.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Knocks it loose. And there's the drive.
Clearing himself for takeoff. Jeremy with no doubt that he was going to throw it down.
Now here's Giddey. Last time out he had 14 points.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Down low. Lee outside. And there's the pass to Vucevic. Shoots it. And again, Chicago. No good.
Not the efficient start they were hoping for. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
Pass to Sochan. There's the three. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Sochan's got 5.
If Sochan is knocking down the deep ball, look out. It really opens up his offense.
Here's the kid. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. A guy who gives his team, Steve, a ton of energy out on the floor is Coby White.
Kevin, he's definitely a spark plug, pushing the pace and trying to fire up his guys. Players love having someone like that on the floor with them.
And that one falls for White. When you think about the Spurs, Greg, it's hard to believe how long Greg Popovich has been at the helm, isn't it?
Man, it's hard to imagine another team will have the stability at head coach that the Spurs have had. Not too many coaches last decades anymore.
And both free throws good for White. Hey, Greg, to touch on the Bulls for a moment, defense has been an emphasis for them.
It has, and they went through several years playing subpar D, and it cost them. They began to turn things around a couple seasons ago, and it has served them well.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
Lee passes to Giddey. Back to Lee. The tray. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And he's good on the first of 3. And with Tim Duncan and David Robinson, Greg, the legendary Spurs big man of days gone by, does that, do you think, add pressure for Victor Wembanyama?
Maybe a bit, but he also has the resources of the same great organization behind him, and that's what'll help.
He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. You look at the pace of the games today, Steve, the emphasis on shooting seems like it would have fit your game very well.
It's much more wide open offensively, Kevin. I would have loved that to have operated in a little more space. Buckets.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
So a moment now to see the story for Victor Wembanyama. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in, and a miss there off the inbound.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Giddey, no good.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups. Skying high, one of his advantages as a undersized 4.
Bulls trail by 4. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Wembanyama against White. Almost, but it rolls out.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Now here's White, coming off a solid outing against the Lakers. Count that one.
And one of White's biggest advantages, he's a 6'5" point guard. That allows him to see up over the top of the defense.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. Such a wide open look.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
And you know, the adjustments should have already been made. They know he's a good shooter from that spot.
And a fast break now for the Spurs. Here's Taylor. They shoot again, and the layup is good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Lee against Taylor. Lee gets the bucket. Lee's got 7.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Now here's Taylor from 6 feet. And Wembanyama throws it down.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Lee. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Spurs leading by 6. Steve, when Sochan has the ball, he is pedal to the metal and in full throttle. All gas and no break.
Kevin, he's a one-track mind with the ball in his hand. Get to the bucket is his mindset, and he's just as aggressive on the defensive side. Shoot 2.
And the first one drops.
Not his most comfortable spot on the floor, but Sochan works hard in the gym on his off days at the line.
Both shots good from the stripe. Hey, Steve, the Bulls haven't been to the finals since 1998, Michael Jordan's last season in Chicago.
Kevin, hard to believe, but that tells you how difficult it is to get to the finals. Also, just how important a generational player like MJ can be.
Lee kicks to Giddey. Clock at 6. And it's denied.
What a block by Jeremy Sochan. A quick reaction.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Here, how about the stats for Lee? Averaging 34 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists. But that's just part of the picture. His defensive presence goes beyond the stat sheet.
And also, his defensive performance can be measured by the lack of offensive stats put up against him.
And the shot goes in. Lee's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Good instincts from Nikola, finding the open man.
Here's Sochan. Vucevic defending. Here's Wembanyama for 3. And it's White with the rebound. And so White will bring it up for the Bulls. They trail by 6. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
They were able to convert a lot of those offensive rebounds. That's the key, generating points off those extra possessions.
Six to shoot. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal steal. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. Number 1, the Bulls. In 4th, the Spurs.
These two teams have really passed the ball well all season. They share it, they move it. It's really a pleasure to watch how they approach the game.
Now, here's Fox. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
He was very active on defense, too, recording 3 steals for the game.
It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Second team foul.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Spurs.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
First free throw is good. And Taylor drops them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Now, Giddey. No scoring in this one. Lee outside. Pass to White. The wide open look here for Vucevic. A three-pointer's right on target.
Rapid fire by Vooch. He gets the ball and doesn't even think about it. He just shoots.
Here's Fox. Shoots over White. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Lee passes to Giddey. Inside, White. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Insanity. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
And here are the Bulls now after the basket by San Antonio. Lee outside. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
Pass to Insanity. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. We look at the Bulls, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far. And they're definitely the team to beat.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, they've been on a tremendous run this season. All the pieces were in place coming into the year, and they haven't missed a beat. Great chemistry, great coaching, and potential to do some great things in the postseason.
Right. They knew teams would be gunning for them night in and night out. That's only fueled their commitment to putting a great product on the floor.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Money's checked in for the kid. Dosunmu comes in for Lee. And it's Lonzo Ball in for White. And the rejection by Wembanyama. The pass to Insanity. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Now, here's Vucevic. Here's Insanity. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Bulls trail by 9. And here is Ball. Shoots over Fox. Here's Sohan. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee. Right side, Ball. Here's Giddey. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama has got 7 rebounds in the game. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the basket by Money.
This is why Lonzo Ball was drafted number 2 overall. Elite vision and size.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Has to take. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Taylor's got 8 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Taylor against Giddey. Pass to Dosunmu. And a miss there on the triple.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Bulls trail by 9. Driving inside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Vucevic. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. First in free throw percentage. And he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Spurs leading by 11. Wembanyama left side. That one goes in. 10 points for him.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Passes it to Giddey. Driving to the basket. Here's Money. And another miss by Chicago.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
The shot's good.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Now here's Giddey. Nothing on the board. Outside, Ball. Poke loose. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Ball violation. Jump ball.
And so it's San Antonio with it. And so Fox will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. The lead is 15. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
Yeah, and a pair of losses for them in their meetings last season. And the cold, hard truth about it, they just had a hard time beating anybody last year.
That one drops for him.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Spurs lead by 17. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And, you know, the Spurs have been rolling right along, haven't they?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
Bulls trail by 17, so with Paul on the bench. Here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Wembanyama is the center with Sohan next to him. Fox is out there with Taylor, and it's Vassell into the three. And the basket by Money.
Kobe White keeping his head up, shows great vision, and delivers a great pass.
Fox with it. Picked away. To the inside. White, good. White's got his second bucket tonight.
I think you're going to see more and more of this from Coby White, challenging the defenders as a 6'5" guard.
Now, here's Fox. Rebound by the kid.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Victor Wembanyama has studied all the greats and one in particular, Kobe Bryant. He says, I know all his stats and records, but mostly I admired his state of mind and his philosophy and his approach to the game. When I suffer, when I have a doubt, I wonder what Kobe would have done. And I know he would have done more, so I'm going back to it. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And the first one at the line is good. Coaches say, GA, the league has a problem when it's punishing the retaliators and not the instigators. Do they have a point?
Kevin, I think so. For any scuffle, it's worth asking who started it, and that's what we do in life normally, right?
And both free throws good for Lee. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. Here's Mamu Kelishvili, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And here's Barnes for three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
When Barnes has space to fire from deep, you usually just assume it's going in. Very dangerous from outside.
White against Paul. White, good.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
White against Paul. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Mamu Kelishvili has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Outside, White puts up a deep three. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And the best of Vassell. To the paint, here's Taylor. He with the block. And then it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. They recover it. And with a quick break on the court, we've got some time to show you the list of the top rookie shot blockers over the course of the last month. And you take a look at Lee, second in the NBA, a great defender. And, of course, the eraser is also someone that will flat out control the paint.
Just a productive month for both of these young guys with regard to their rim protection.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Vassell.
And when you look at a player like Devin Vassell, his massive reach really stands out.
GA, a young man with a near 7-foot wingspan. Combine that with his quickness, Vassell has potential to be a really remarkable defender.
And so he makes both from the line.
Not his strength, but Devin Vassell is putting in work.
Bulls trail by 17. Here's Lee. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. San Antonio's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Taylor's shot, good.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Everyone knows how athletic Barnes is. Demonstrated yet again with the slam.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question. Toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
Now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
You look at the eraser. He's on the cusp of the top 10 in the Western Conference voting.
So still a long way away from being named a starter, but the fans aren't overlooking what he's been doing this season.
A great All-Star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer. White, good.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Vassell, and that one drops for him. Vassell's got 4 points in the quarter.
Aggressive play by Vassell in the paint, getting himself a close-range shot.
Outside, White. Over Paul. Out to White. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. White's got 12.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Pass to Vassell. Feeds it to Barnes. Pass to Paul. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. Lee with the block. And here we go. Lee heading to the hoop. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Out left to the wing. Taylor. Chicago grabs the miss. Passes it to Dosunmu. It's stolen by Taylor. Dishes it to Paul. It's stolen, and again, Chicago turns it over.
A moment here to look at the numbers for money. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging 9 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
It's not the monster game that we see from him occasionally, but it's still incredibly impressive.
Here's Mamu Kelishvili, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Now the pass to Taylor. The three. Oh, drew the foul. Almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Second team foul.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Three shots.
And he hits the first of 3.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Good on the second free throw. And he makes all three. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. The feed to Lee. Over Taylor. And again, Chicago. No good.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Paul kicks to Barnes. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Barnes has got 8 here in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
With a step back. White, good.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Paul surveying the floor. Vassell, no good. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Drills the three-pointer. Dosunmu's got his first 3 points of the game.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Now here's Paul. Hasn't made one yet. Taylor's shot, good.
Court vision is Paul's superpower. He sees everything on the court.
Lee against Taylor. Lee passes to Dean. Here's Money. Pass to Dosunmu. There's Lee with the three. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
This is his third trip to the free throw line. Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Vucevic checked in for Money. Kevin Huerter comes in for Dosunmu. And Josh Giddey subbed in for Kobe White.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
And Insanity gets it to go.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer and finding the open man.
Here's the kid. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers.
And his defense was absolutely outstanding, especially his 2 blocks, which helped turn the game.
Here's Sohan. Rebound by the Bulls. The kid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Up top, Giddey. He has yet to score. Lays it up off the glass.
I mean, he's hard to stop once he gets to the rim. That's a beautiful play.
San Antonio leading by 21. Now, here's Fox. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Now, here's Giddey. Tight defense on him. Here's Huerter. A second chance effort. Here's Vucevic. A stupendous finish in traffic. Vucevic has got 5 now.
Great positioning by Vucevic. Hustle points for the big man.
Here's Insanity. He's got 10. Outside, Fox. Takes it inside. Basket counts. Fox has got his second basket.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
Here's the kid. He dishes it to Lee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Taylor. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Throws it up high.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Herder against Fox. Pass to Insanity. From the stripe. And Lee pulls it down. Chicago's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And it's Giddey in the corner. Over Wembanyama. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Lee against Taylor. Lee outside. On the wing, Giddey. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game.
Great focus. Vucevic with tunnel vision on the bucket.
1:46 left here in the second. Left side, Fox. Rebound by the Bulls.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Here's Sohan. He's got 9. Taylor's shot, good.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
There's Lee with the 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Man, you look at the hype surrounding Wembanyama. Greg, it's unreal.
One of the best prospect profiles really since LeBron. Almost unfair to try and live up to the expectations, but he's got the tools to be one of the best to ever play.
The first one falls. You know, here we are, Greg, looking at Victor Wembanyama. I mean, can he get any taller? Wow.
Well, he's already 7'4", Kevin. But yes, what's amazing is that I still think he's grown, which is scary for the rest of the league.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama. Chicago is gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Nikola Vucevic.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change. And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Passes it to Giddey. Rebound by Sohan. Sohan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Throughout the evening, he's got to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Giddey, the pass to Dean. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Fox. And it's Chicago with the rebound. The Kid's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now, Giddey. Rebound by Sohan. Sohan's got 6 rebounds here tonight, and that one is off. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Spurs out in front, running away with this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what did you see in the first half?
We had ball movement. You know, we weren't in mud. The guys were in attack mode. Nobody held the ball. You know, you pass, catch, or shoot. And we did that a lot in the first half.
Yeah, you had them swiveling, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the great interview.
Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, how'd you see it?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
It's their defense that's put them in this spot. Giving up easy looks all over the place. It's like they don't have even a game plan in place. Check out the field goal percentage that they've allowed. Well, that's not going to cut it, honey. I don't even want to talk about it no more.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic out there by the eraser.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
It's a part of his game that he can always tap into. There's an art to it, and he is painting the canvas tonight.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They've got Vucevic get out there with Lee. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's White in at the 2. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Here's the kid. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
The defense did everything they could do. Kobe White's jumper is just too tough to stop.
Taylor taking his time here. The pass to Wembanyama. A fadeaway. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
Lee outside. From deep three-point land. Here's Dean. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Chicago ball.
Pass to Giddey. Clock at 6. And a wide open look for Lee. Good on the three-point shot. Lee's got 24.
His team hasn't picked up the slack, but he's doing everything he can do to win this game for them.
Fox inside the line. And Lee pulls it down. Chicago's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Here's Insanity. He's got 12. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul.
Nikola Vucevic.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Fox. He's got 6. He lobs it up. Taylor's shot, good. 23 points in the game.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
And Giddey gets it to go.
That pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, of course, these young Spurs are coached by one of the all-time great coaches in Greg Popovich. Keldon Johnson says of Pop, He's around here smiling and excited each and every day. To have him along with us is big. And Popovich gives him confidence. Devin Vassell said, as long as we play together and we play the right way, we'll have a chance to win every game. Kevin?
And having you-know-who helps too, right? Wembanyama makes things happen. David, thanks.
Putting in that extra effort and getting a bucket for it. Sochan not giving up on the play.
Tries from 10. And the rejection by Wembanyama! To the middle. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
Chicago calls timeout.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Who wants one?
Look at the 2K leaderboard now with the list of centers and power forwards who have been in a great rhythm at the free throw line over the last 10 games. Number 1, Nikola Vucevic.
Yeah, he's got a great rhythm and form at the foul line. Sometimes we don't see that in the big fellas, but he is automatic up there.
Giddey finds Lee. Back to Giddey. It's up a 3. Hits it from three-point range. Giddey's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Chicago. Fox inside the line. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Giddey the pass to Lee. Over Fox. Tried to bank.
Ooh, love it, love it.
My goodness, his head was above the rim on that one. When he rises up, folks, it almost looks as though he's not human.
He really is the picture of power, isn't he?
Oh, no doubt.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. A 3 from Wembanyama. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Insanity. And some very quick points for him on that possession. The Insanity's got 14 points for the game. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball. Quick hands causing a lot of steals.
And also, you've got to mention the block shots. Playing hard on defense, not allowing shooters to get comfortable. Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish for the contact.
Bulls have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. Money's checked in for Vucevic.
One shot.
San Antonio leading by 17. Pass to Insanity. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 7th assist in the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
And that's a foul called on Money. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Johnson, he's checked in for insanity.
Into the lineup for the Spurs, Keldon Johnson.
Bulls on D, trailing by 17. Here's Johnson. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
The ferociousness from Johnson, able to fight for that bucket.
And here is Giddey. 10 points for him. That's a 2 from Lee. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Fox against Giddey. Fox passes to Wembanyama. Shoots over White. Money with the rebound. Bulls trail by 19. Lee outside. Goes up on the wing. Again, Chicago.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
White against Fox. Wembanyama outside. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Down low. White, good. White's got 19 points.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Fox against White. Fox kicks to Johnson. Over Giddey. They get the rebound. Sohan. Here's Wembanyama. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
White with it. 19 points in the game. It's Giddey with the drive. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
The assist, Josh Giddey.
And it's Fox with the ball for the Spurs. The lead is 15. Passes it to Wembanyama. Launches it from deep. Rebound by the Bulls.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Lee. He takes it in. Rejected by Taylor. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Saturday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Tuesday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
And for that game against Indiana, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
San Antonio calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
he's checked in for the Spurs.
And now a look at Victor Wembanyama here.
He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, averaging 23 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks. And he knows how to use that big body to control the paint.
He's a bull inside. Let me tell you, when he starts to get that look in his eye, just get out of his way.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. Good on the triple. Wembanyama has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Sometimes it's all about patience. His first 3 of the game, something to build on.
Giddey the pass to Dean. Lee outside. Over Taylor. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. Spurs leading by 14. Now, here's Fox. 6 points for him. Johnson, that's for 2. Rebound by the Bulls. The kid's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Lee. Rebound San Antonio.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Fox. It's rebounded by Giddey. Chicago has gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting.
Kobe White could be a prolific scorer, especially when in rhythm, like tonight.
Fox against White. Johnson outside. Tries from 10, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Chicago Bulls. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Keldon Johnson, 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
What I like about Keldon Johnson, he doesn't settle. Most of his shots come from inside the line.
And the Spurs with some changes. Barnes, he's checked in for Taylor. And it's Vassell in for Insanity. And he's good on the second. Bulls trail by 13. Here's Giddey. 10 points for him. He was all alone on that one. That's 36 points for lights out.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now, here's Fox. Barnes looking around. Shot clock at 6. Here's Vassell. And Lee pulls it down.
2 minutes.
Lee's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. There's the pass to Wembanyama. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. And that's now 27 points for Victor Wembanyama. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. A 12-point game. Lee outside. Right wing. Here's Dean. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Assist from
San Antonio's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Pass to Vassell.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
personal foul. 15 foul.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots at the game right here.
Devin Vassell, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Osumu, he's checked in for Chicago. Vassell hits them both. Bulls trail by 12. Now White, 21 points in the game, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
And the Bulls making a change here. Vucevic has checked in. Now, here's Vassell. He's got 6. Charity stripe shot, and that one, good. Fox has got 8 points.
Great pass from Devin. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
And here is Giddey. He's got 10. Pass to the kid. Six to shoot. Here's White, finding the lane. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Kobe White has a lightning quick first step, which sticks in your mind if you're a defender.
For Chicago, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
It's good to have a player like White on your squad. Versatile, can play a lot of different roles depending on the need.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Vassell. 6 points for him. There's 25 seconds left in the third. 6 on the shot clock. Wembanyama outside. Good on the shot. Wembanyama has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Just taking what the defense allows, and that's a shot he'll make all night.
Giddey with it. Here's Dosunmu. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
He had to rush that one a little, but terrific stroke from range.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio. He has been a determined scorer today. 29 points altogether for him. And I think there's more where that came from. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So with Paul on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Wembanyama is the center with Sochan next to him. Taylor is out there with Fox. And it's Vassell in at the 3 spot. Here's Money. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Offensive rebound. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Money passes to White. The kick out to Ball. Hits the three-point bomb.
Corner threes get the bench going. Lonzo Ball knocked it down from there.
Wembanyama, right side. And he uses the glass on the layup. Wembanyama has got 15 points in just the second half. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Taylor against White. Pass to Dosunmu. Here's Money. Now here's Dosunmu. Shot clock at 6. It's blocked. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. So for the Bulls, the Kitties checked in for Vucevic, and Lee's subbed in for Kobe White. The Spurs also with the sub. Insanity, he's checked in for Vassell. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Lee.
Yes, smart choice. I really like that play.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. The shot, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Fox, no good.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job. The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
Sohan. Chicago grabs the miss. The Kids got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Ball against Fox. Ball, the pass to Mike. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. Taylor. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. The Spurs making a switch here. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in.
Team foul. At the line for the Bulls, number 14. One shot.
What's up?
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Here's Fox. From 13, yep, it counts. And the Spurs lead by 7.
He is a blur. I mean, Fox obviously skilled at breaking down the defense, coupled with his athleticism and size. Boy, he is a terror.
Here's Ball. Connects on the foul line jumper. Ball's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Ball against Fox. The pass to Sohan. And Wembanyama outside. And it's off from three-point range.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Outside, Ball. The rebound by the Spurs. Insanity, the pass to Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Boy, Fox is so quick off the floor.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Lee outside. Puts up a deep three. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. Mamu Kelishvili has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Kicks it to Fox. Here's Sohan. Back to Fox. Spurs passing it around. Pocket 6, and that one is good.
Number 5.
And it's a 9-point Spurs lead.
And Fox is a solid passer. Knows how to get the ball to his guys when they're ready to let it go.
Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
Using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
Now Fox. Pass to Sohan. Over Lee. And Insanity picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Josh Giddey's checked in for Chicago. Mike comes in for Ball. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Paul's checked in. Bulls trail by 11. Lee outside. Shot from the wing. Rebounded by the Spurs. Here's Insanity. To the inside. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Barnes is checked in for San Antonio.
Number 5 at the line for one.
Bulls trail by 14. Giddey kicks to White. And here is Dosunmu. He feeds it to Lee. Over Barnes. No good from Lee.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
Here's Mamukelashvili. He's off on that one. Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Giddey. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Giddey's got 10 points in just the second half. Ball outside. Barnes outside. Over Lee. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Here's Mamukelashvili. And at last they get one to fall.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Lee, that's good.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Pass to Wembanyama. With the fadeaway. Rebound by the Bulls. The Kids got rebound number 12 here already in the game. On the wing, Lee. Trying to get open is Giddey. No good from Lee.
And really, that is why he is feared as a defender. Right in your face on that shot.
Moved his feet, timed it perfectly. That's how you get stops. Love it.
Team foul. At the line for the Spurs, Sandro Mamukelashvili taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And one thing that came from this new CBA GA, mandatory participation in the NBA Draft Combine.
Yeah, more equal access for teams to study various prospects. Player agents can't keep teams in the dark like in the past. That makes for a more level playing field.
So he gets them both.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Passes it to Dosunmu. Top of the key, Giddey. Lets it go from 14. It's hauled in by Insanity. San Antonio leading by 14. Here's Paul. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The ball handling of Chris Paul is unbelievable to watch.
Well, Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Giddey. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Chicago making a switch here. Vucevic is checked in. Spurs also with the sub. Sohan's checked in. Here's the kid. The pass to Vucevic. 6 to shoot. Here's the kid. Here's Giddey. Rebound San Antonio. Sohan's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Giddey. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Giddey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Here's Sohan. Buries it down low. And the Spurs lead by 16.
Good play by Jeremy Sohan. Takes advantage of the opportunity.
Lee outside. Fires away from way outside. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist. Giddey's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Here's Insanity. Giddey defending. Wembanyama, no good.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Spurs leading by 11. Here's Insanity. He with the block. Giddey with it. Pass to Lee. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Paul against White. Paul outside. Here's Wembanyama for 3. And it's White with the rebound.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
But it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
No good from Lee. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Here's Paul. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
CP3 isn't the biggest guard, but he knows how to keep his balance and finish with contact.
Pass to Lee. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter, and it's Vucevic missing.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And that one, good.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for San Antonio.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Victor Wembanyama.
Active hands tonight. He may have gambled a bit, but sometimes you have to take chances to make plays, and he did that tonight.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch, looking to rack up points in chunks.
And so it's the Spurs with the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but